afternoon, and welcome to today's virtual product demonstration during IHA's Connect Spring event. Today's product demo topic is creative cooking, and we have 10 IHA members on hand ready to show you their latest innovations. Okay, let's get started. First up, we have Widgeteer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just setting my timer so I don't go too far too long and then bore everybody to death. My name is Bill McHenry, and I'm president of Widgeteer, and I'm just thrilled to be part of this presentation and the creative cooking presentation. We have an amazing product that I want to show you today called the folding potato masher from our Moha brand. I'm really anxious to show you, but first let me just tell you a little bit about Widgeteer. We're based in Chicago. We have many exclusive European brands with a lot of really great technology, innovative technology. We've also been had the honor of winning 5 of Global Innovation Awards during the last 7 years. In fact, I show them off behind me in my office. I'm really thrilled with that and very proud of my team and our factories for doing that. As I mentioned, we have a lot of unique patented items and all exclusively from Widgeteer. Our goal is to make solutions that make the cooking experience easier and quicker, mostly to focus on fun. The folding potato masher is actually part of our Moha brand, and I have just a couple boxes here with our Moha brand so you can see the word Mo and Ha. So MO is obviously for modern, and Ha is like an aha moment, and that's what we like to look at with our Moha brand. We have the reputation of having very high-end, high-quality product, all Swiss design, and everyone knows about the Swiss design products. It's really a passion for innovation and quality design. With that said, let me get back into the actual product. The product is called the folding potato masher, but what I want to show you what it isn't first. Everyone recognizes this. This one has been in my family for a long time. It's bent in many different ways. The other thing it's done is it's probably destroyed 2 or 3 cupboards and cabinets in my kitchen drawers over the last few years as well. This is no longer going to happen. Our folding potato masher actually folds. It's very easy to use. To activate it, you push the button, it clicks into place. It's made of very high quality 1810 stainless steel. With the zoom capability, you can see. A lot of people don't know what 1810 stainless steel is, but basically look at it as the same stainless steel that's used in commercial kitchens. I mentioned that it's sturdy, it locks into place. It also has an ergonomically designed handle, very easy to hold on to. Again, foldable. You'll also notice that the grid is circled with silicone. This allows you to use it obviously in stainless steel pans, but also in pans that are non-stick. There's a 5-year warranty on our products as well, which I think is very easy. Our packaging is very easy to follow. You can see it's here. It's also easy to clean. Dishwasher safe, very easy to clean. The MSRP on the product, and remember it's a very high quality stainless steel tool, is $29.99. Now with the way Zoom has been the last year, I just happen to have some potatoes in one of our Tonyana pans. I'm going to give Tonyana a shameless plug because that's one of our brands and our great quality products. And I know during the Zoom calls, everybody has potatoes sitting on their desk. Let me show you how it works. It's very easy to use. And most importantly, what I want you to see is that I'm doing this with potatoes that have the skin on it. So you can see how hard I'm pushing to show how well and how sturdy this tool is. It's not breaking at all. It's not snapping out of place. It's really locked into place. Again, an amazing tool. So to recap, we have solutions for the kitchen and solutions for kitchen entertaining. We want to make cooking easier for our consumer. New innovation, we'll continue to have new innovation and try to keep our consumer excited. Widgeteer has cultivated a reputation for innovation in our industry. It's evident by those multiple GIA awards that I showed you 3 of them behind me. Like our retail partners, Widgeteer recognizes the trend of live shopping too. The need for easier demonstration and providing customers with unique solutions and an easy way to show them, both in the store and both online and online. We're trying to make solutions for kitchen and entertaining to make the experience more fun. We are positioning our brands by creating more unique demonstrative solutions, like this folding potato masher that I just showed you today. There's products that you don't want to hide from your friends and you want your customers to buy. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the presentations. Thank you for listening.
Next up is Bergner US Inc.
Everybody, my name is Jeremy Parker, also known as Chef Jeremy. I am a regular on QVC, a lot of the cooking shows. You may have also seen some of my other cook shows, infomercials between, say, 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. So I'm here with Bergner USA, and Bergner is a company that's been around, a European company, for 22 years. They're in over 70 countries. So today I'm here to show you the Solo line by Master Pro, which is a cast aluminum set. And there are 15 SKUs ranging from the prices of $19.99 up to $59.99. So it's right in that sweet zone for pricing. If you look over here, we'll start. I have 3 pans I'm gonna sort of focus on today. These all have a very special coating. It's a 2-coat, very durable, non-stick, micro pellet technology. Now this is the 11-inch square grill pan. And if you notice, I'm not gonna add any oil or any butter inside of this, and I'm just gonna put a steak directly on top. Now, all these have these cool grip silicone handles, so you can grab it without having to have a pot holder. They also have these great pour spouts on the sides. So if you're doing bacon, it's a great shape for that bacon. It's not round, so you don't have bacon full of the sides. You can pour that bacon grease right into your fat catcher. And let me come back to this. I'm gonna let this sear for a minute. The next size we have here is our 3.5 quart everyday pan. And we call this an everyday pan because it's a pan that you'll use every day. I mean, this is one of those things if you have kids and you want to make some mac and cheese, or maybe you just want to do some ramen noodles or some baked beans, maybe out of a can. You can do them fresh. Maybe you're doing some green beans in here. Another great thing is that even though I have this sort of cheesy sauce in the bottom, if I just pull aside here, you'll see how nothing sticks, how nothing coagulates. You see how it just beads off. And that's just that obviously melted cheesy sauce there. So it really is nice. Again, they have the Stay Cool Touch handles. I love this copper coloring around the edges. So when this sits in the store shelf, it's really gonna pop. It's really aesthetically pleasing. And again, you do get these lids on this as well. This has a really nice feature that it has a silicone rim around the edge. So it really grips into place. And this feels like cooking on cast iron without the weight. The non-stick is that micro pellet technology. So it's not smooth like regular non-stick. Why is that important? We come over here. This is an 11-inch, I'm sorry, this is our 7.1 quart Dutch oven. And when you're doing things like a roast, you want to be able to sear this. So I'm searing this pork roast here. Because it's cast aluminum, it allows me to do a couple of things. One is it's not, you know, this isn't a 20-pound pan. It's fairly lightweight, but also you can adjust temperatures from high for searing to going right into an oven up to 350 degrees. It's safe. Once I do this, I'm gonna just deglaze. And again, that non-stick coating is really important for deglazing because you can see that even though I'm not cooking an egg in this, which is a lot of times what you'll use a non-stick pan for, none of that gristle or anything there is gonna stick to the pan. It's gonna come right up. And then from here, this is great. You can add your potatoes. I like to do potatoes on the bottom because it soaks up all that great flavor. I'm gonna take my roast here, put it back inside, okay? And then I'm just gonna take my mirepoix. If you don't know what mirepoix is, it's carrots, it's onions and celery. That's your pretty standard mirepoix. There's maybe a few different versions of that, but this is your standard sort of roast right here. Very easy to make. And then I'm just gonna take the lid here and put that back on. Again, cool touch handles. This goes in the oven up to 350. If I was doing this, say for like a 6-hour cook, I might only do it at 275. So 350 is a lot of room to work with. Now, back over here to the steak, because I know things go quick, but in just a few minutes, you can see that if I pull the steak up here and flip it over, grill lines. And this is something that you can grill indoors with. It doesn't keep the fat, doesn't sit in the fat. You do that on steak, on pork chops, on fish. It's great. You don't have to add any extra fat. Now I'm coming up to my 5 minutes, so I really hope that this information was useful. I wish you all happy cooking, and thank you all for your time.
Next up is Cedar Lane Culinary.
Okay, thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dustin, coming to you live and direct from Toronto, Canada. And thanks for spending some time with us today. I'm from Cedar Lane Culinary. We focus on kind of scientific, modernist kitchen equipment, whether it's for home or restaurants or for bars. So today we have the Spherificator. Now this is something you've probably never heard of before. It is quite creative, and I think it fits in today's segment very nicely. So basically what this does, it turns any food or liquid into little caviar pearls. So amazing for plating, presentation. Even a novice cook can elevate their plating a few levels just by sprinkling some little pearls on top. So I'm going to show you how it works. Right here we have some maraschino cherry solution that we've blended up, and we've added a bit of this sodium alginate, which is just a seaweed extract, which comes with each unit. So you just put that in the top of the machine after you've blended it. And then in this bath here, we have a calcium chloride, which is just a salt. And when the two react, they form these perfect little spheres. And each little droplet, a small membrane forms instantly when each droplet hits the water. Does up to about 700 a minute. So I know some people have done this in the past with a squeeze bottle, which I'm hoping I have time to show you how long that takes later. But this will speed up the process significantly. So you just kind of collect them like that with a strainer. Look how gorgeous those are. And they will burst with maraschino cherry flavor with each one. Now this is salty, so you do just give it a quick rinse here. And then, so we're gonna plate some cheesecake here. Just easy, adds another level. You can do the Salt Bay if you want, you know, kind of like that. And we've got some extra for this little cocktail over here as well. So I wanna mention something. So this is popular, of course, with home chefs, people that have dinner parties, people that are always looking for something cool and new to show their friends when they come over. But it's really popular for bartenders and for restaurants. And the great thing, if you're selling to you know, a group of bars or restaurants, you can easily increase the price of some of these ticket items on your menu just by adding something so simple. So like this take on a tequila sunrise, you know, maybe that's $8. If you've got some maraschino pearls on top, maybe it's $9, maybe it's $10. It costs you about 7 cents to make those pearls. You can add another $1 or $2 to the price. Just some other examples. We have some mango on scallops. We have ginger pearls on sushi here. This is mint, coffee, orange, blue freezy. This is the ginger. And again, this is more of the maraschino cherry. So goes great in cocktails like this. We've got the mint. On top of your ice cream, we have some whiskey pearls. You can do wine. You can do all sorts of alcohols. And we control all of the Amazon pricing. So there's no competition with that. We are strictly adhered to the MAP policies. And we constantly have new content coming out. So every month we do a big photo shoot. As you can see, this product, I think, demos quite well. It's also very Instagrammable. So you get people that see somebody else at the restaurant order something like this, then they want to order it. Everybody's taking photos, sharing it. We've had great success both with our social media campaign and just with the whole having something creative, Instagrammable. It's just been working really well. So we'd love to hear more, or we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to check out our website, spherificator.com, send us an email, check out our Instagram. The possibilities are endless, and it's really, really cool, and it's a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Next up is Harold Import Company.
Hi, my name's Paul Zhang, and this is Neely Thompson, and we're here today with Herald Import Company to talk about some of their trending tools. During the pandemic, there has been perhaps no greater new hobby than the bread baking hobby, and we have a couple of tools from Mrs. Anderson that are traditionally found in the professional kitchen, but we're thrilled to see them coming into the home chef's kitchen.
So today we're going to show you Mrs. Anderson's oval and round proofing baskets. And these were designed specifically to help make your homemade bread have more structure as it rises. So these are handcrafted from palmwood rattan with a removable cotton linen fabric. And what I'm going to show you is that the coiled texture in here, along with adjusting of flour, is what's going to give your homemade bread a really beautiful bakery style artisanal feel. You can also let your bread rise with the cotton linen liner, sprinkled with a lot of flour. This is going to be a more simple design so that if you're using a lamb, which we'll talk about in a moment, it's going to get you the non-stick properties while also allowing you to have a really beautiful design on top. These proofing baskets are designed, they're going to retail around $22, and they are available now. And we're going to show off how this works. So if you've never seen these in action, we're going to show you a little bit about how to make it happen.
Yes, so we have basically some dough here that has gone through the initial bulk rise phase. And then at that point, you would, if you're making multiple loaves, break it down into the portion you're looking for. Since this is a fresh, never used proofing basket, I'm going to go ahead and generally dust it with my flour mixture so that we don't have any problems after it's proofed. And then I'm going to go ahead and shape this oblong here, and we'll make a nice oval shape. Flip it in, and then I'm just going to seal the seams here real quick. And then we'll set that aside. Basically, you'll leave this covered on the counter for however long your recipe says. Typically, if you're going to do it on the counter, it's 60 minutes to 90 minutes, or you can do it in the fridge overnight. We have some that we made earlier today in both the oblong and the round. And you can see it's definitely risen. So what we're going to demo now is I'm going to unmold one of them, and Neely, while I'm doing that, Neely's going to talk to us about the lamb, and I'll kind of show you how we score the dough.
All right, so this is another specialty tool that will really take your homemade bread to the next level. This is designed to cut slits into the bread dough, which allows ventilation, but also allows you to decorate the top. So the reason this is so important versus using a knife is it's going to score just around the right depth. A knife can go too far into your bread. This works backwards and forwards. It has a beveled shape for rounded doughs. It's made from 18/8 stainless steel and Romanian beechwood. It also comes with 15 replacement blades, which is amazing. You'll be able to make tons and tons of bread with this. And it retails for about $10, but you're about to see what magic it actually does to bread. It's so impressive.
Yeah, so exactly like Neely said, basically you're using this so that you can control the way the bread expands when it's in the oven and also make it beautiful. So on this round, we kind of smooth over the flour, and it's really up to however you'd like to do it. Essentially, the deeper you go, the bigger it will expand as it bakes. So I'm gonna just kind of do a wheat pattern here, which is popular on the Instagram. This is also something that you could scroll through for hours and just watch people scoring their sourdough that they just turned out of their proofing baskets. And then we also have a pre-baked one that I did a similar design on that Neely can hold up. But essentially you can see here perhaps that as I'm cutting it, you're just seeing a touch of the dough expand, and then that gets bigger as it bakes. So just these two wheat stalks here. And essentially once it's baked, the contrast really comes through in the crust, and that you don't have an explosion over here because you've given space for the dough to rise. Thank you for joining us, and please visit us at hickitchen.com, and happy baking.
Your customers are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Next up is Microplane.
Hey everyone, I'm Carter McGuire, and I have the honor of working with the Microplane team. We oversee product development for all the new and exciting ways to prep and cook our favorite foods. And today we're going to be talking about the Etch Jar Grater Set. With the rise of the mason jar salads and soups that are really on trend, this really assists with advanced meal prep that keep ingredients fresh and easy to transport. And this set is really great for cooking and baking, and really those that enjoy gardening and canning their own foods. So the set actually comes with two different blade styles, the fine and the ribbon blade. Both are etched and made in the US and have ample grating space. So I'm going to give you a quick look at how this actually works. So for instance, really easily, you're able to take this fine blade or grade, drop it in over the top of any wide mouth mason jar, just thread this back on and you're ready to go. So this is great for using hard spices and garnishing coffees, cocktails, great for fall drinks and dishes. And what's really nice is we actually designed in the shaker spout on the top. So you're actually able to take this, really kind of garnish your drink with that. And then it's also really great for making spice rubs, marinades, and vinaigrettes. So after you're finished, you can just simply cap this back off, store it for later for your barbecue. And the additional blade is, let me mention also too, if you're kind of prepping this for your salads, it's wonderful for citrus. So after you've built your salad within your jar, you can just simply grate that over the top and you're good to go. And the additional blade in this is our ribbon blade. And it's really great for carrots, hard cheeses, radishes, zucchinis. Again, we'll just kind of add this to the top of the jar very easily. So again, soft cheeses, chocolates, which is really great for garnishing desserts. When the time is right, we're able to kind of get together again. You can actually pre-make a lot of this stuff for desserts, birthdays, and then again, you can simply top off your favorite drink with all of this. And finally, for those nights where we have family get-togethers and we're ready to make up some really nice dishes of pasta, you can grate Parmesan cheese really nice and fresh, and just be able to have this handy to pass around the table. So we recommend hand washing these, and this is also going to be offered in a clip strip program for all of the retail partners, and it's available now. And Microplane will be launching a recipe card for mason jars for chicken salad with carrot ginger, and you'll be able to use both of these blade styles. So I'm Carter McGuire from Microplane. Thank you very much.
Next up is alleviate, the art of flavor.
Great. Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Lemon, and I am the training director at alleviate. We are introducing our all-inclusive on-tap oil vinegar system today. So basically, we actually just started as a normal retailer in a brick-and-mortar store in 2006, and then when we 6 years back into business, we had someone approach us and ask us if we would be willing to wholesale and distribute to them, and that kind of started our journey. And now we actually source, manufacture, and distribute over 200 products. Our owner, Marie Thompson, is actually the 9th person in the world certified to taste olive oil. So think like a sommelier for wine. She can taste olive oil and taste the nuances and the defects. And so that gives them a lot of confidence that what we're bringing in is a really high quality product. We have obviously tested this system in our own retail store, but we've also put it in over 70 markets nationwide. We've had this successful in a town as small as 800 people in Wisconsin, and a town as, or I guess a city as large as 3.5 million people in Minneapolis. And so really it's been very successful in all different kinds of markets. So what this on-tap system includes is your minimum of 12 oils and 12 vinegars. That's what are these black casks. And then we include our custom wood and steel furniture, signage, and our interactive tasting table. This is really an interactive experience you sell into your customers. And this tasting table is really that playground where you get to encourage and inspire and get your customers tasting our product. We also, on top of that, include a case of all of our supporting product. So we also manufacture spices, herb blends, rubs, sea salts, things like that. And then we also do a lot of marketing support. So our big print marketing is our recipe cards, and come up here. So the recipe cards, if you guys can see, we have at least every recipe uses 2 to 4 of our products, and on the back is information on that highlighted product. Basically, these are an education piece for your customer. We hand these out free with every purchase because we want our customers to understand how to use the product, and it's a really natural cross-selling tool. Along with the print material, we also have a lot of digital marketing support, so you can go online and have access to things like food photography, in-store signage, as well as social media. And then we also have training, which is what I'm in charge of. So we have a more intense training that we recommend for owners and managers, as well as a more compound training for your just normal frontline retail employees, because we want to make sure that you're understanding oil and vinegar, the concept, as well as just you're comfortable with all of the products that we carry. So basically what makes this system so special is 3 factors: with versatility and ease, the repeat business model, and then we also have a really high margin product. So you're getting 76% margin on your oils and vinegars. So this is going to be unlike any other oil and vinegar system you see on the market. These casks are air and light tight, so they're going to be protecting that delicate product. They actually are housed in a food grade 10-liter bag, so think like wine in a box. That's the same idea here. So the oil and vinegar is never touching the inside of the cask. It's staying super sanitary and it's super easy to change up. And these graphics are actually housed on a wrap, and so it's very easy to change up the oils and vinegars if you're either not successful with a flavor in your market, or you just want to bring something in seasonally. It's really easy to change out flavors. This is also a repeat business model, so you're buying bulk from us in the 10 liters, but you're actually going to be retailing in these 4 sizes. So this is what it's going to look like when you retail it to your customer in this bottle here. So it works on a bottle exchange program. So basically, the customer comes in, buys the bottle the first time, and then they bring the bottle back when they're done, and they don't purchase the glass again. They can exchange up and down sizes. And then because we focus so much on educating people about product and how to use it, a lot of people turn this into like an everyday. They grab it every single time they're going to cook. And then lastly, this oil and vinegar ball is only 8 square feet, and it's giving you a 76% margin on your product. So it's taking up a very small amount of real estate in your store, but it's giving you a huge amount of margin in order to give you a little bit of comfort with this product, as well as a lot of just wiggle room to play around with. So we're not a franchise. We will never charge you royalty fees or any kind of like marketing fee or anything like that. We just want you to be as successful as possible with our product. We want to give you all the support, and so that's why we provide this plug and play model, so that you can just hit the ground running with sales. So thank you guys for your time, and enjoy the rest of the presentations.
Next up is Pantry Chic, a division of Nick of Time.
Hi, my name is Christopher Lee from Pantry Chic, dialing in from sunny Southern California. I'm actually filling in for my wife and the inventor of this system, who just had the pleasure of presenting at HSN for the very first time. What is Pantry Chic, you may ask? It's a system of dry ingredient storage canisters that dispenses the perfect amount of each ingredient directly from the canister into your bowl when placed on the base unit. I'm going to start off by telling you about my morning routine. I love coffee. I'm addicted to it. I'm up at 5 a.m. almost every day for conference calls. And, you know, it's hard to function when you're in that state. I simply come downstairs, put on the kettle of water, place the canister on my base unit, and it automatically measures out the perfect amount. I know I'm going to have that consistent cup of coffee every day. But you're saying, okay, well, what about coffee? What about other ingredients? We're ideal for baking, for just food preparation in general. We have validated these canisters on over 150 different ingredients including rice, quinoa, beans, coffee beans, small nuts, herbs and spices. It's as simple as that. So just have a perfect amount in this bowl. Put the canister away. No mess, nothing to clean up. I didn't spill anything on the countertop. Didn't have to get out measuring cups or spoons. Baking, I'm not much of a baker. I prefer cooking, a dash of this, a pinch of that, but baking is a science. It requires precision. I love Belgian waffles, and I love nothing more than preparing Belgian waffles for my family, but it's tedious and time consuming. With Pantry Chic, I simply place canisters onto the unit, automatically recognizes whatever I measured last. It has near field communication technology to recognize the ingredients, and I'm able just to measure out my flour. I can move through each one of these canisters and finish my dry ingredient prep in at least half the time of traditional measuring cups and spoons. How did my wife invent this? She used to live in a tiny New York City apartment, used to love baking, but was tired of the inconsistent results and the sink full of messy dishes at the end. She said, I wish I could just take a canister, put it over a bowl, push a button, get the perfect amount. That led to this big idea and this invention that you see right here. How does it work? Well, you can see we have two sizes of BPA-free canisters. They have silicone seals in the top and the bottom. It automatically seals itself when you take it off of the base unit. It has auto ID for ingredients. I mentioned that near field technology that Apple uses. That enables ingredient tracking. We have a partnership with an app called Chefling that uses Bluetooth technology, so you can actually control your Pantry Chic from your mobile phone. Unfortunately, I'm doing Zoom from mine, so I can't do it right now. But that is an excellent capability. It allows for ingredient tracking. You'll have a virtual snapshot of your whole pantry and know how much of everything that you have left. Many people in America like to measure by volume. They're used to measuring cups and spoons. We've programmed this to be able to measure and dispense by volume or weight. So you can simply cycle through and choose out of 5 different units of measure. We use a first in, first out method. One of the funny things is we did market research and we found that most people, when they're using traditional cups and spoons out of a traditional canister, they're not dumping out the old ingredient when they're running low and replacing it with fresh. So the ingredient in the top may be new, the ingredient in the bottom might be 5 years old. This is always cycling through and keeping your ingredients fresh. We have a built-in scale, so it measures everything with the precision of a tempered glass kitchen scale, which can be used to measure meats for portion control. What comes with it, may you ask? You get a base unit, 1 large canister, and 2 small canisters. We are on several retail outlets today. We're actively seeking new partners, and we have inventory in a warehouse in California right now available for drop ship or to be shipped into one of your warehouses. You can find out more about Pantry Chic on YouTube. My wife has filmed many videos, recipe videos, promotional videos, and how-to tips and tricks, or go to pantrychic.com. And there's a lot of information there in addition to a contact us button. So you'll have the ability to reach out and contact us directly. But as I mentioned, we would love to partner with you and have inventory ready to go today. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Next up is Revolution Cooking.
My name is Elizabeth, and I'm the head of marketing for the company. Our story begins decades ago when our 2 founders used to host Bagel Mondays at their company. And as the company grew, so did the bagel line. The line would extend out the break room around the cubicles, and it was a point of some frustration for our founders because productivity was lost when a bagel took 3.5 minutes to bake. So thus began their journey, which concluded in November of 2019 when we launched the Revolution Instaglow toaster into market. We've had an incredible first 15 months out in market, both brick and mortar and e-commerce, and we've even earned ourselves the badge of being the TikTok toaster. And if that doesn't make sense to you, I'd suggest maybe you ask your kids. So let's toast. I'm going to have my colleague Sean bring you in a little bit closer so you can take a look. And as he does, we're currently on the sleep screen of the toaster. So the sleep screen shows you either an analog or digital clock, which you can adjust via the brightness switch. And it also shows you the date, which has been incredibly helpful this year when you wake up and you literally have no idea what day or month it is. So in order to wake up the toaster, you simply tap the screen and you come to our home screen. I'm going to share a little bit with you about our settings screen, which is right here. On the settings screen, you can adjust the date and time. You can adjust volume and brightness. And then you can also toggle this large bagel toggle here, which is important for what we're cooking today. If you have a deli-sized bagel, what this means is our toaster will adjust the algorithms for that larger bagel size. So I'm going to exit out of this screen and we'll take you into the home screen. So the toaster toasts 5 different items. We're starting on bagel, but we also have English muffin. We have bread. We have waffle, toaster pastry, and then back to bagel. We have 3 different temperature settings: fresh, frozen, and reheat. Fresh and frozen actually adjust the algorithm for the bread temperature that you're putting into the toaster, and reheat will give you an extra 15 seconds to warm it up. And then finally, we have our toastiness settings. So these range from 1, which is sort of a light toast, all the way up to 7, which is a little bit of a char if that's what you like. And while you toggle these settings, they'll actually change the picture so that it'll show you what to expect when it comes out of the toaster. I'm going to go with a bagel on the fresh setting and a 2, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and you'll see the bagel descends with our auto lift and lower into the toaster. I'm going to ask Sean to come up over the top of the toaster so you can take a look at the Instaglow technology. These are our diamond-shaped heating elements, and as you can tell, they're already glowing. If you were to look at a traditional toaster with Calrod technology that's over 100 years old, you would still be waiting for them to start glowing. So Sean's going to back out while we're toasting, and I'll share a few more things with you. What makes the toaster so interesting is the touchscreen, of course, but more so is our Instaglow technology. What Instaglow does is it heats up really quickly, as you just saw, and it essentially sears the outside of the bread. So when you make a steak, you sear the outside, and that locks in flavor and moisture. Our toaster toasts 35% faster and locks in 30% more moisture than premium toasters, which means that that bagel, when it comes out, and it will in a little bit, just checking on it, will be moist on the inside, chewy on the inside, but it'll have that great crisp on the outside. The other thing that's unique about the toaster is our algorithms actually move the heating elements around in terms of what's on and off when your bread item's in the toaster. So with a bagel, you really want that inside to be crispy, but you want the outside to be more chewy, kind of like a freshly baked bagel. So our inner and outer elements will turn on and off as the piece of bread toasts so that it will come out perfectly at the end. We're still going there. I'm watching these little dots as it goes around the circle. We also have a crumb tray that easily pushes and pulls out, and a crumb tray reminder. So every few cycles, you'll get a reminder that it's time to clean your crumb tray, which is a great safety measure. I'll also note that we have our box here with a big, huge bow on it. We're heading into wedding season, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Lots of people are moving and buying houses, and this makes an absolutely incredible gift. I bought one for a neighbor, and she texted me that she thinks of me every single morning when she toasts, which is just, it's heartwarming and it's awesome to hear. So we're heading into the final stretch of our toasting on our bagel. And when we hit the last 10 seconds, we actually get a countdown clock here. So we're on 8 seconds here. So you can get your cream cheese ready, your butter, your jam, and be ready to go. And I'm just going to be quiet for 1 second. And you can hear our happy finishing chime. The bagel rises up out of the toaster, as one media representative said, kind of like Beyonce rising out of the stage. And we really like that analogy. So I'm going to take the bagel out. You can see it's really nicely crisped on the outside, but I think what's most interesting is when I open up the bagel. So I'm not sure you'll be able to see the steam from here. Sean's going to come in a little more closely, but that beautiful pull apart shows you that it's really moist. It's really chewy on the inside. And that bagel, when I put cream cheese on it, is going to be outstanding. Thank you so much for your time today. We've got so many exciting things in store with new accessories and new toaster items coming this year and some big innovation coming next year. We'll look forward to seeing you in Chicago. Thank you.
Next up is TriStar Products.
Welcome. Thank you for joining with us today for the Emerald Pasta and Beyond. My name is Chef Claire Winslow, and I'm the executive chef for TriStar Products. So Emerald created a really amazing pasta maker, and it's so easy to do. It makes great pasta. And what we do is we have measuring containers, so we make it that easy. So we have a dry measuring container and a wet measuring container. And you can make half-pound batches or pound batches. It's real simple. You put the dry ingredients into the hopper, and then you pour the wet ingredients in through the top. And then all you do, there's a mixing button, and then so it'll mix for a couple minutes, either 1 or 2 batches, and then it will extrude. So I took the liberty of mixing it already. So I'm going to show you how it works. And I actually have some coming out. I mean, it's really simple. It's such a simple product. So this makes pasta. It's so simple in your kitchen. You could come home from work and actually make pasta. That's what's really great about the product. So the other thing that we have that comes with the Pasta and Beyond is a juice container with it makes juice. And with that, we have another piece of equipment here that makes frozen treats. So what happens is we take off the pasta machine and then we just attach and we make juice. So the other good part about this is if you want to make spinach pasta, carrot pasta, beet pasta I made today, and then I made a beet dish for you too, just so you can see it, how easy it is to make pasta. It took me 15 minutes and I was start to finish done. The other thing that we have is we have 8 different discs, and just one last quick thing. We have lasagna. This makes lasagna, so you can make your own homemade lasagna. So it's really a great machine. This makes the frozen desserts. It's we change it out. I'll show you real quick. You take the juice strainer out and you put this, it kind of blocks it. And what it does is you push like bananas through here or frozen cherries, strawberries, whatever you like. And it makes a great sorbet or a healthier treat. So that's also a great thing that we have with our product. This is available. It'll be available in the fall of 2021. And it's also right now available online. And the other thing that we here at TriStar have done with the Emerald brand and Power XL brand and also our Copper brand is, our Copper Chef brand, is we've partnered with Feeding America. So that's it. I think we have everything here. So happy pasta making. And we look forward to seeing you in Chicago, hopefully soon. Thank you.
Next up is Typhoon Homewares.
So hi, I'm Colette. I'm part of the Typhoon Homewares team here based in our office in New York. And just to give you some background, Typhoon Homewares is a family of heritage British brands. Today I'm actually going to be focusing on Culinary, which started out as a canning brand back in 1842 in England. And it's been a household staple over the decades. You know, the quality and sustainability message that we push has really evolved from canning products to tools and gadgets, and the brand in general has really evolved to push for healthy living and creating food from scratch at home. So today's product is part of that range, which is our glass sourdough starter set. Sourdough has been a crazy buzzword, especially during COVID, as we all kind of took a step back and had more time to spend in the kitchen and just enjoy time with family, baking. And it's a really it's not a straightforward process, but the end result is delicious. The benefits of sourdough are, of course, better for your gut, better, easier to digest than regular dough. So really what this set aims to do is to cut down the steps that you need to make sourdough and just simplify the steps as much as possible if you're a beginner or just to make things a little simpler. So what you have in the set, so this is the gift box that it comes in, and you can see we have some nice beautiful imagery on there, and you get 2 Culinary wide mouth jars. So you know, these are our quality glass jars. One of them, the lid is actually a measuring lid, and I'll demonstrate more about how you use the measuring tools on there. And then it also comes with 2 rubber bands for tracking your starter and some labels to date and time the starter as it grows. And lastly, a little fun spatula to go through the process. So sourdough making, we don't have 7 days, we have 5 minutes. So you're not gonna see a done loaf at the end of this, but basically you're creating a starter out of water and flour. There's no yeast, like the yeast is going to be coming from the flour, and you want to be feeding that over 7 days and tracking the growth so that it's active enough to help you make sourdough bread, because you need sourdough starter for that. So all you need is flour and water, and you use your measuring cup. So there's 2 grooves in it to measure out your flour. So the higher groove is for measuring 60 grams of flour, and the lower groove inside is for measuring 60 grams of water. And so you use that to start off the starter. You measure out your flour into the jar that you're given. And then you add a little bit of water up to the lower line to pour in. So this is just step 1. Pretty simple. All I've used is a measuring lid and the jar and my spatula. You mix it around. The reason why using glass is preferred for sourdough starters is because it's clear, and you can track the growth of the starter over the coming days. So here we have the set coming together, and what you do after is cover it loosely with the lid, use this rubber band that you're given to mark where it is. So I did like a really messy job, but the set really just comes with a recipe. It comes with instructions. We have video content, photography as well to support the set. The MSRP is $25. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this with you. And if you have any questions, please reach out to the contact details at the end. So thank you.
That concludes our video product demonstration on creative cooking. As mentioned earlier, details and contact information will be distributed shortly, and these sessions will be posted on IHA's website in mid-April. Thank you for your participation, and we hope to see you at additional Connect Spring sessions.